So guys, what's going on? Back with another video. Now today we're looking at a set of desktop speakers, but with a little bit of a twist. Now we have worked with this company before called Marvo, and I decided to search the ends of Amazon to try and find, roughly little accessories you can add to your PC and your setup to make them a little bit more lively instead of just having basic standalone speakers. So we went for these, and these are the SG-280 speakers. Let's get into it. And what we're talking about is Windows 10 Pro OEM key, CD key global lifetime. Now the lifetime part is important. So currently it's discounted already from $39.49 down to $16.55, but I'm going to show you how you can get it for a much cheaper price. And what we need to do is click on buy now. Now at the moment our subtotal is $16.55, but if we type in the code SKJT, click on apply, this is going to give you an additional 30% off, reducing your price down to £12.41. So from here, all we need to do is click on Submit Order. Now we do have a few selections. You've got all your basics like PayPal, Mint, NeoSurf, but you also have direct debit, credit card, and MasterCard. So you can use this as well. I'm going to use PayPal because this is what I use all the time because it's safer for me. So I'm going to click on PayPal, pay now, and I'll be back in a second. And then there is the code. The code in the middle, which is blurred out, is the code you need to actually activate it. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to highlight it. Click on Control-C to copy it. And then we need to go over the settings and actually go to the activation page. Activation settings. From here it says change product key. Click on change and then you're going to get this little box here. All you need to do is click on Control-V or right click and paste. And that's our code there. As soon as I click next, Windows 10 or Windows is going to check to see if it's a genuine key. And then as soon as it has done that, it's going to allow you to activate it. Windows will not allow non-genuine keys to be activated. All you need to do is click on activate and you are pretty much good to go. And the great thing is, when you have activated this does allow an automatic upgrade to Windows 11 Pro. So please do check the links in the description. If this video did help you in any way, shape or form, please do like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. At the end of the day, I hope you have an amazing day. So, this is what we are looking at today. This is the Marvo SG-280 2.0 stereo backlit gaming speakers and soundbar. That'll come into conclusion when we actually get this unboxed and I'll show you roughly what it looks like, and then it'll actually come into play. Because this can act as double speakers or you can put them together so it makes it look like a miniature soundbar, which is really cool. Plus they are also RGB backlit. So why don't we get this unboxed, see what we're working with, and we'll go from there with also a sound quality test. So here we have it. This is what we get in the box. We do get a cool little Marvo sticker. Of course, this is going to end up on my sticker wall. I currently have 2 of these already, so it's going to be Marvo special. We do get a small little user manual. This is pretty much going to tell you that these are designed to be plug and play, and they are pretty much simple to use. And this is the actual speakers themselves. Like I said, these are from a company called Marvo. I do like their products. I always have done, especially their keyboards. So what we do is we have a main speaker and we have a slave speaker. A slave speaker does one job. It just plays music, and that is pretty much all. So we have more of a diamond design going on here, all black design, as well as some curved accents going on here. And these little lines just in between here is obviously clear acrylic, so this is going to roughly show all the RGB backlit going on here. Apart from that, we do have the actual speaker nodule at the back, which is right there. So that's pretty much going to produce all the sound outwards, as well as some bass holes going on here to allow the sound to dampen out quite smoothly. Now we do have a single cable at the back, as well as a rubber foot on the side here. This is pretty much just going to allow sounds not to protrude through too much. Now on the back of the actual main speaker, the design on the front is pretty much the same apart from the Marvo logo. We do have these little slits going on the side here, which are going to come into play in just a second, like I said about the soundbar. Now on here we do have a little sensitive touch button. I believe this is going to be for the RGB backlight. We do have a dial here as well, which is covered by a silver accent, which is quite cool. And then we also have the speaker nodule as well as a hole, as well as 3 cables, which is for single cable is going to the slave speaker, one is going to a USB, and the other one is going to the actual 3.5mm jack. Now, what we actually need to do is get these tested, but first of all, I need to show you what I meant by soundbar. So, they connect together like that. So it essentially is a small little soundbar. So picture this being sat here. This can sit, obviously, your monitor. This can sit underneath your monitor, and then you are full of maneuverability around here, so you can change the dial. It also clicks in, which is quite cool. So what we need to do is actually get these tested and see roughly what they sound like. So let's do that now. So I need to unravel these cables, get them plugged in, and then see what Marvo has to offer. Right, so quite a long length on the cables as well, so that's not going to be an issue if you've kind of like restricted for certain access. So as we can see, all powered on. We have the RGB just going on right here, and as we do, it is in AUX mode, which just is aux mode. So we have the RGB going on here. Like I said, we do have the little touch panel here, so we can change it. So by just simply tapping it, we have blue, red, green, blue, and then we have it totally off. Or we do have filtering RGB, so it's just going to drop through each color. And then we do have full RGB, which is really cool. So I have to admit, I do like the design all in all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop them there. Oh, this has just changed everything. So this apparently has Bluetooth mode.
AUX mode.
AUX mode.
Bluetooth mode.
Right, this has changed everything. Give me a second. I can just connect this up to Bluetooth. Over the Bluetooth. I didn't actually realize these were Bluetooth powered. So this is something new to me. And there we are, the SG-280. And there we are connected. Right, this is a first for me because normally with these kind of speakers, they're pretty much just generic speakers. You don't get the chance for them to be Bluetooth. You just have to connect them to a PC. So what we need to do is go over to YouTube Studio. This is really cool. Thank you, Marvo, for actually adding this in. Really, really cool design. Because then you can just connect this to the Bluetooth device on your laptop or your PC, and you don't have to worry about them ever again. So let's have a look. See, we'll go for go.
And I still go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, on the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crap from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood, my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so freezing, so cold, behold, frostbite, they.
So I'm actually extremely surprised about that. 100% massively surprised about that. So I did not expect these to be Bluetooth. That was the last thing on my mind. I didn't realize they were Bluetooth. I probably should have read into them a little bit because on the back of the box we've got Born for Gaming, wireless, no drivers. So it's got wireless connection, so I'm assuming that's the Bluetooth. No drivers, gaming, stereo, volume, backlit speakers. So I didn't actually realize that. I definitely should have looked into it a little bit further without actually just speculating that these were desktop speakers. So obviously these don't have to be used as a soundbar. They can just simply stand up like that and utilize them that way. It depends on your setup. If you have the availability for them to be stood down, then obviously go for it. It's going to be the better option, I have to admit. But overall, Marvo, you did incredible. So we'll go through some specifications and some B-roll, and we'll go do that now. But absolutely phenomenal sound. So it definitely is true what they say, where you don't need to spend an absolute fortune for decent sound quality. Now I have to admit, when we first started the review, I thought these were only AUX, or aux cable speakers, you know, USB to apply the power to the RGB, and then the aux cable to actually apply the sound. But I was actually wrong. On the side of the box, it does actually say wireless connection. I generally thought it was a misprint because of the whole wire situation. But I was actually totally wrong. It has
Bluetooth mode.
It has Bluetooth mode. That I didn't actually know. I definitely should have done a little bit more research into it. I just saw wireless connection and just thought, might just be a little bit of a misprint. But I definitely have to say these are incredible. You can use them in two different orientations. You can have the soundbar mode, which is connected in the front, which actually looks really cool. Or obviously you can have them in the basic, you know, stand upright position, so you can just have them like that if that's what you wanted. Or you can just have them single. It all depends on what the orientation you want for the speakers. But I have to admit, the sound quality test alone spoke for itself. They really did sound incredible. Like I said, you can use Bluetooth or you can use the AUX port, and it really is simple. Plus the RGB looks really cool. Where's the little tap button? There we go. So I have to admit, an incredible set of speakers. So if you do want to go check a pair out for yourself and make your PC setup so much more colourful and louder and vibrant, please do check the links in the description below. There'll be a link there so you can go check them out for yourself. I did put a couple more there as well, just so you can have a little bit of an orientation.